Hello again. Ed Stacey is with us from Capital Network. And don't forget, for Ed's full report, click on the eye in the corner of your screen. Ed, good to talk to you. You're here today to tell us about Spirent Communications. There is a new report out. What are you picking out from that?
So in the report, we've written about the position of Spirent Communications. It's a world-leading player in testing and measurement for communication systems. There's fixed line, data networks, mobile, video, everything. It's a growing market. And yet the shares are on less than 12 times EBIT multiple. And that's in spite of the fact that it looks like they will have delivered strong double-digit operating profit in the last 12 months. It was double-digit the year before as well. That's been driven by cost cuts the last couple of years, but it looks like the revenue growth is much better positioned going forward as well.
But as far as investors are concerned, obviously revenue growth, very important, but there has been a long period of cost cutting. It's all about the balance, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose to put it in context, if you look back several years, the company had identified some structural changes in the market for test equipment. One I would highlight is mobile phone testing, where a lot of the testing functionality sort of moved upstream to the chip maker level. And so that's been a headwind for the mobile phone testing segment. So that's sort of one example. The company's been realigning themselves, and that's why there's been a cost-cutting program. Cost cuts have been very successful. In 2016, you had revenues were down in the year, and yet they still achieved double-digit growth in operating profit. And then in 2017, they haven't reported this year yet, but we're pretty confident it will be flattish revenue growth. But again, double-digit, strong double-digit, in fact, operating profits. So cost-cutting has been very successful. Going forward, it's about being better positioned for capturing the growth opportunities, and I think that is how Spirent have positioned themselves now.
So what about those growth drivers then going forward into 2018?
Yeah, I mean, the one big thing we're highlighting is active monitoring of network traffic. They've got a platform called VisionWorks, which allows them to use synthetic traffic to test a network. It can be applied to virtual networks as well as to traditional networks. And one of the things that allows is automated testing. It's a big priority for the network operators to cut their engineering resource and costs. And this system allows them to do that, as well as giving just a very effective way of testing the networks. So that's a really big thing, the VisionWorks platform and that active monitoring capability. But also there's other things. There's the move towards 400G Ethernet. There's a 5G wireless systems and things like the Internet of Things. So there's quite a number of different growth drivers for Spirent. And that's why we're saying that, yes, they've done very well on the cost-cutting side in recent years, but it's also been about aligning themselves to capture these growth opportunities. And that's where they are today, we think, yes.
What's your take then, Ed, on the investment proposition?
Well, so as we've said, it's on less than 12 times EBIT multiple, so it's a decent valuation. You've had profit growth coming through. You have going forwards, we think, revenue growth as well as more profit growth continuing. And also don't forget, it's a company with a very strong balance sheet, more than $100 million of net cash. So really sort of ticking a lot of boxes in terms of the right metrics as well as being in the right market position. So Spirent, I think, well positioned again this year.
Ed Stacey from Capital Network, always good to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed. And don't forget, for Ed's full report, click on the eye in the corner of your screen.